welcome to you. It's indeed a pleasure to have you join us again on Almond Finance and Wealth Report this week. As you know, we are source for latest happening information in the financial sector of the nation's economy. Many thanks also to our partner on this program, Standard Alliance Life Assurance Limited, for their continued support. My name is Faith Ugodi. On this edition of the program, we bring you highlights of two events back-to-back. We kick off by bringing you highlights of the induction and certificate presentation ceremony for associate members of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, NCRIB, that took place at the Brokers House here in Lagos. Plus, we bring you highlights of the official launching of Fair Life Africa Foundation, a not-for-profit, non-governmental organization that's focused on empowering street children through the CCC initiatives. Plus, our regulars on the program, our voice for segments, Waiting Insurance They Do Serve, and Insurance Talk Celebrities Edition. I urge you as always to sit back, relax, and spend this time with us, but all the details are coming to you after this break. Please stay with us.
On Almond Finance and Wealth Report, we ask the right people the right questions.
No Nigerian trusts the other, and they don't believe, the average Nigerian doesn't believe that the insurance company will pay the claim. They believe that the insurance company will not pay the claim. So when you pay the claim, they are quite pleasantly surprised.
A system that ensures that your naira will depreciate, that excess liquidity will prevail when you earn increasing dollars. It should be the reverse.
The whole idea of insurance, as far as I'm concerned, is to spread the risk. That is the actual cost.
We highlight the right events. And the right music. Join your host, Faith Ugwode, every week on this station. Almond Finance and Wealth Report, the right platform.
The expiration of the tenure of the 16th president and the very first female president of the Nigerian Council of Registered Insurance Brokers, Barrister Laide Osijo, kicked off with a farewell courtesy visit to the Nigerian Insurers Association NIA House on Saka Tinubu Street, Victoria Island in Lagos. On hand to receive Barrister Osijo and her team from the NCRIB was the Deputy Chairman of the NIA, GUS Wigo, and other council members of the NIA. Stating her reasons for the farewell visit to the NIA, Barrister Osijo stated that if the insurance industry must make progress, there is need for all stakeholders to work on the existing relationship.
Let me say that the relationship between the NIA and NCRIB has been quite warm and cordial for ages. Insurance, being a fractional business, leaves no room for each of the bodies to row in different directions. If the industry will ever make any progress at all, hence this tempo of good relationship must be sustained for the overall interest of the insurance industry in Nigeria.
Going by the increasing need for effective networking in order to grow contemporary organizations, the NCRIB under Barrister Osijo identified the need for the council to maintain effective liaison with relevant institutions and bodies, notably where the National Insurance Commission (NICOM), the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria (CIN), the Nigerian Insurers Association (NIA), the Institute of Lost Adjusters of Nigeria (ILAN), and the likes. Welcoming Barrister Osijo and her team to the NIA, the past chairman of the NIA, Canon Olushola Ladipo Ajayi, noted that the new vista of relationship between the NIA and NCRIB has improved collaboration rather than confrontation, which was the practice in the past.
I'd like to join the chairman of NIA in welcoming you to our secretariat, and it gives me particular pleasure from my own little experience in this industry that your tenure as president of NCRIB has brought a new vista in the relationship between the NIA and the NCRIB. And I'm glad that that started towards the tail end of my own tenure as chairman of NIA, when the two institutions that jointly form the pillar of the insurance industry decided on a course of reapproachment, and we both embraced collaboration instead of confrontation. I have served on many committees as a representative of NIA, and I know that we've always had a running battle with representatives of NCRIB on such committees, whether voluntarily set up or compulsorily set up by government through NICOM. But these days, we have come to see ourselves as both the right and left arm of the industry. And I want to congratulate you for this singular achievement.
The various arms of the insurance industry have all come to the realization that the task of taking the industry forward can only be achieved collectively. Speaking in the same vein, the incoming president of the NCRIB, Mr. Ayodakpo Shoderu, promised to improve on the existing relationship.
I have always held the belief that underwriters and brokers need to sit together. And with the kind of rapport that I have had with most of the underwriters in my company, I definitely will bring it on board to make sure that we work very well and harmoniously. There is no doubt about that I will improve on the relationship I'm meeting on ground, because I've always held the belief that the industry belongs to the two of us. And if we continue to fight amongst ourselves, not only will be damaging our reputation, but making worse the long-standing abuses that we have, suffered in the hands of the public. Therefore, of course, there will be committees that will be put in place to make sure that we have regular consultation with underwriters. Well, I'm very happy to be here. I'm not going to expose my speech, which I'm already written to my acceptance speech. All I know is that all of you seated here are my brothers, and we are professional colleagues and sisters, and we are professional colleagues, and we definitely will work together under my tenureship.
The adversarial relationship that had in the past characterized relationship between the industry constituent bodies could be fingered partly as reasons for the industry's slow growth. Other council members of the NIA had goodwill messages for Barrister Sijo as she bows out of office in style.
One that is of significance that will be difficult to forget is the role that you played at the time the Commission raised or increased commission on group life to 10%. Ordinarily, this will have resulted to a kind of chaos between the two bodies, but with all maturity, you were able to interface with the commission. You were also able to persuade the operators to see what can be done to accommodate the prayers of NCRIB, and this was amicably sorted out. You did not only stop at that. Our evidence is that you wrote out to the members and you ensured and insisted that people should comply to the extent that today we operate together amicably. I can only wish your successor the very best and pray and wish that he will also take the body to the next higher level, and that ensure that we still the same cordial relationship that you left behind will be sustained.
What you have done for NCRIB, the day I came to that building, I was so moved, and I said, if all harms of the insurance industry, broking, loss adjusting, all of us can come up with something like what she has done, we'll be doing a lot of good to the insurance industry, and people will give us more respect than they currently give us now. I know it's not by your past. It is God that has enabled you to do that, and that God will continue to guide, protect, and sustain you in everything you do.
Amen. In their usual tradition, there was exchange of gifts between the two bodies. From the NIA house, Barrister Sijo and her team returned to the magnificent Brokers House in Yaba for the induction ceremony of the new associates of the council. In a bid to fully maximize the provisions of the NCRIB Act regarding membership, the Barrister Laide Osijo-led administration conceived the idea of a window of opportunity for would-be associates of the council. The exercise gave opportunity to insurance practitioners who possess the associateship qualification of the CRIN or its equivalent with no fewer than 2 years experience in the insurance industry to apply for the associateship certification of the council. Speaking at the certificate presentation to the new associates, Barrister Sijo stated that insurance clients today are more sophisticated and demanding. As such, brokers must be more creative in order to serve them well.
The days are past when insurance brokers treat their professional colleagues with lax hands. The insurance clients of today have become more sophisticated and demanding, warranting that we render our services with unequal efficiency and sound ethical standard. The certificates you are being issued today has conferred on you the honors of responsibility and professionalism. You must therefore continually subject yourselves to a regime of continuous learning, realizing that the work of every professional is in their ability to display expertise in their vocation.
The window of opportunity exercise for the associateship of the NCRIB has broadened the individual membership base of the council with a view to extending the frontiers of insurance broking practice in Nigeria. Barrister Sijo's administration inaugurated the examinations committee under the leadership of Mr. Okpe Oredugba with the intention of conducting examinations for would-be members as stipulated by the NCRIB Act. When perfected, the examination is to be conducted in collaboration with the Chartered Insurance Institute of Nigeria.
Insurance is all about future. You understand? It's a kind of, you want to secure your future. Maybe you are young, you have power to work. Then when you are old, you enjoy your what you have been laboring for. That's what about it. It's very good. You understand? It's very good. But the way people are handling it in this country, so we have many 419 insurance companies. At the end of the day, maybe you made a deal with them. Then at the end of the day, they will be doing you. You understand? So that's why some people just decide that they don't even bother to be doing the insurance. I think we have good insurance company that even they say yes and their yes is yes. People will be eager to be doing it. But because as a matter of fact, people are not happy with Nigeria insurance. So that's only what I can say about insurance.
Fairlife Africa Foundation FLA is a not-for-profit, non-governmental organization based in Lagos, Nigeria. It was jointly founded by Olorogu Otega Emeho, Mrs. Ufoma Emeho Ashogbo, and Mr. John Onajeho to be a source of encouragement and comfort to the downtrodden in society, alleviating ills through impactful social care initiatives. Its first being the Care Continuity Challenge Initiative for street children, with the vision to see a more just and equal society in Africa. Since 2011, Fairlife Africa Foundation has made positive impact on the lives of street children. The official launch was held recently at the Standard Alliance Event Hall in Lekki Phase 1. Welcoming guests to the luncheon, the representative of the chairman of Fairlife Africa Foundation, Olorogu Otega Emeho, Mr. John Onajeho, stated that the joy of living is looking after others.
It's been a long road to get to this point, and we've had challenges along the way, but this is not without the blessings, joy, and the fulfillment such an adventure brings. Permit me to say that we live in a very selfish era and a very selfish time, and most people would rather care for their own. To step out to look after your neighbor and to look after other people's children is a great challenge you will accept, and you agree with me. But that is where the reward comes from. The reward from God is not about ourselves, but about what we do to better our life, to better our world, to live it much, much better than we met it.
Street children are children who sleep on the streets, whose family ties are broken, who cannot or won't return home based on domestic, economic, social disruption, including but not limited to poverty, breakdown of homes, sexual, physical, emotional abuse, and domestic violence. Fairlife Africa Foundation work with street children through the Care Continuity Challenge Initiative, which provides them with respite home with the ultimate aim of reintegrating them back to their different homes and the society at large. Delivering the keynote speech on children in need and society's response, Mr. Johnson Abali said that when you empower young minds, they make better future leaders.
Every missed investment in education can only be obvious a generation after. You wouldn't know how much damage you're doing today. It's not possible. Every misinvestment in education and training and empowering the young can only become evident one generation after. Nothing. That is why people can decide not to fund schools to let the lecturers say, after all, human resources does not account for even 2% of national GDP. Why should they for that? Yet, the thing for which we draw our resources is depleted. And the future is where? Here. The children on the street. And this is where the irony is. See the kids on the street will eventually become the leaders. The political leaders. Many of you are too clean to go into politics. You see, the children who don't have an education are those who are going to run for councillor. And from there, they will begin to fight for maybe becoming the chairman of the local government. And when they have the proper connection and the godfathers in the right places, they can go into the state house for assembly. Somebody can always cook up some certificates for them. The same people that were neglected will rise through the ranks of political leadership. And now you are worried, why is the government will not fund education? They didn't get one.
Since its early beginnings, Fairlife Africa Foundation has strived to be transparent in all its ventures, showing high standards in care, service, and professionalism. His 3 practice principles are to be passionate, person-centered, and professional. Speaking, Mrs. Ufoma Emeho Ashongbo, CEO Fairlife Africa Foundation, recounted her very first encounter with street children at a very young age.
One of the earlier memories I have was when I was being driven to staff school in my parents' car, and there was a child outside in Yaba while we were in go slow who was knocking and asking me for change. That was the time that I was like, what? I was even so young, I just did not understand that, so a child almost my age would be out there knocking and asking me for money. I gave the child the little change that I had, and I thought, I just had a bad feeling about that. And that is something that stayed with me as I grew up. I felt like I meditated on it or anything, but I have a feeling that experience directed part of the rest of my life in terms of my observation of the world around me. Seeing that there was such a great divide between the rich and the poor, and knowing that it was something that I felt very uncomfortable about.
Some of the children that have benefited from the CCC initiative and their families praise Fairlife Africa Foundation for touching their lives in a remarkable way.
The looks of that this boy have already lost story is a runaway system. He have relegated it. He have gone back to school. He sat for a head. He's now attending computer NIT NA plus A1 plus now. So I'm giving kudos to the everyone and the entire FNA team, the whole. And those who have sponsored this team, may all God help everybody.
Changing society, no doubt, comes with enormous challenges. Fairlife Africa Foundation used the occasion of the launch to appreciate and recognize some of their major contributors. Among them were Mr. Tom Imokwai, Managing Director, Standard Alliance General Insurance, Mr. Joseph Hudson, Managing Director, Lafarge Cement Wapco PLC, Muktari Dangana and Co., Mrs. Fumi Momodu, and a host of others. As Fairlife Africa Foundation begins its next phase of empowering people for a fairer life, it is hoped that well-meaning individuals, corporate organizations, and even the government will rise to the occasion in the area of timely and appropriate support to make society better.
And I know as they go now, as a short guy, just trying to make everybody understand the importance of insurance. It's cool for all of us. Like, okay, you're just driving on the street and somebody hits you for back. You know what it is. You know, say insurance cover you. And as a short boy with the insured, I just try and make everybody know the importance and what it takes and what it means to be insured. So just try and have that mentality of insuring your thing and make sure you're insured. Insurance is a necessity. It's important. So you just try and insure yourself. You know what it is. God bless you and keep watching. Yeah, go by name Oluwajuwonlo once again, Mr. J1. Although this year, don't get caught sleeping. Make that money, get that money this year, Nijo.
Alright, that's the time on this edition of the program. I do hope you thoroughly enjoyed it. Like I always say here, for comments, questions, observations, do feel free to get in touch with us on 017763981 or 08033357879, or better still, send us an email, almond4xx@yahoo.com or almondproduction@gmail.com. You can also visit us on our website, www.almondreports.com. Many thanks to Standard Alliance Life Assurance Limited, our partner partner on this program. Do not forget also to join us every Wednesday by 9:45 a.m. live on Niger FM 102.7 for our Pidgin English program called Waiting Insurance They Do Serve. You can also view past episodes on this program that you've missed from our website www.almondreport.com. My name is Faith Uwode. Until same time, same station next week, where we'll come your way with a fresh package of this program. From all of us here, is goodbye.